Because now a lot of porns, what they'll do is, they'll give you almost the whole video, and they'll cut it off at the cum shot. They're like, if you want to see the rest of this.
Well, they'll get more traffic than they would without it, but still more people are going to watch it for free.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just like one of those things. Like, you catch as many fish as you can, some get out of the net.
How much money do you think was spent on OnlyFans last year?
How much money was spent by fans?
Users spent on the platform.
I'm going to say
last year.
over $1 billion.
It's definitely over $1 billion.
Wow.
I'm going to say $3 billion.
Still higher.
What?
What?
I'm not surprised, but
I'm surprised.
Really?
That's crazy.
$4.8 billion in 1 year.
And remember when
Jamie, you were talking about this yesterday. Like, are we going to reach a future where every girl's on OnlyFans?
Why wouldn't if you're 16 and they're like college, were you going to go $200,000 in debt?
Oh yeah, dude. I know. I have.
Do you want $200,000 in 4 years?
And what is your job? Like, what if you get a job out of college and it sucks? No, it sucks. So that's why all that money on college.
Any woman that is remotely good looking that's complaining about not having any money, I'm like,
but they don't want to do that.
Yeah,
There's a lot of girls that don't want that.
I understand that, but if push come to shove, because nobody wants to be a whore.
There's also the line they don't have that we dug, or maybe someone else did, like the Bad Baby, the girl from Dr. Phil's show. She barely is showing anything, and she makes almost the most money of anyone.
Yeah,
right. But she's wicked famous. Is that the case with most of the girls that are making a lot of money?
How much is a lot of money? That's the next arguable point. Like, how much money do you need?
Yeah. Or there's some couples that like a couple do it. Like, they fuck on camera, they cut their heads off.
Right.
And they pay their bills.
Right. They frame their heads out. Right. And they just fuck.
It's like a push come to shove. It's like Indecent Proposal, right? You remember that movie? Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, babe, this dude wants to fuck you and he'll pay off our house and send our kids to college. One time. And I know you don't want to be a whore, but let's at least talk about it. Like most women would be like, absolutely not. But it's like, okay, wait a minute now. We're going to pay off the house, babe.
What do you think would happen if prostitution was completely legal?
Well, first of all, it would make it safer for the sex workers.
100%.
Because like you said, it's one of those things that everyone pretends like
doesn't exist.
They don't do or they don't participate in it. Everyone watches porn. At least every man watches porn.
Well, there's a lot of men who have sworn off of it because they realized they had a problem with it.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about that now. There's like a no porn movement among some guys because porn, I think, for a lot of people is like gambling. Some people just get addicted and they're on it all the time, and it frames the way they think about sex. And then some people, they just decide because of that, I'd rather just have no porn.
Yeah, I have a few friends that did that. They're like, they don't watch porn.
It's not a bad move,
but it's nice to know it's there.
It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
For other people that, it's the gambling argument too. Like, well, even less so because everybody has sexual urges for the most part. Not everybody has like gambling urges.
One of the things I had to argue against in college, I had like a debate thing in college. I had to argue that porn was not harm. There's a big movement that like porn, its existence is harmful to women. Or that all the women in it are being exploited. And to some degree, that's true, but most of that is because, like you said, like if prostitution was legal, it would cut back on all the exploitation.
The thing is, you can't make it illegal because you can't take away a person's right to do whatever they want to do, like those couples that cut their heheads off, like they frame their heads out so you don't see them. That's 100% up to them. But you can't tell them they can't do that.
What about selling your body? Because I think
but also, why is it okay to give sex away for free, but it's not okay to pay for it?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's also okay to pay for it indirectly.
Well, it's also okay to pay for massages. Nobody wants to rub your fucking feet.
Right.
When someone rubs your feet and they get money for it. Like, we allow people to do things they don't want to do that are pleasurable to other people.
Well, the thing is, listen, to me, I look at it just like, okay, it's illegal for me to give a politician money directly.
Right.
It's also illegal for me to buy them something.
Right.
Right? But I can't pay a woman for pussy, but I can buy her something.
Right.
For pussy.
Well, you can pay her. She just can't report it. Right.
Even though you should. Did you know that you can still report illegal stuff to the IRS? Like, they encourage you to do so.
Really?
There's a form for ill-gotten gains.
That's interesting.
And it's so it's like because that's
So
how
they don't get you for tax evasion.
Exactly.
You only, which is worse.
and legally, technically, they can't use it against you.
Isn't that how they got Al Capone?
That is how they got Al Capone.
It's tax evasion.
And he's not the only one. That's how they got it. That's how they got Wesley Snipes.
But Wesley Snipes wasn't a fucking criminal.
Oh, yeah.
Wesley Snipes was just an actor who got bad advice.
Right.
Capone never filed a federal income tax return, claiming that he had no taxable income. That's hilarious.
Not untrue, right?
I guess, he had no taxable income, right? IRS Special Agent Frank Wilson and the T-Men followed the money, gathering evidence that Capone had made millions of dollars on income that was never taxed. Yeah, so that's why the smart ones, like the Russians, they open businesses. They buy businesses.
Yeah.
And they use those businesses to launder money.
Yeah, well, the smart rich people will.
Yeah, these are criminals, not like just rich people.
Right.
We're talking
you're
about
right,
crime.
Ill-gotten gains.